Welcome to Know and Awaken Your Soul's Unlimited Potential. My name is Eva, and as always, I'm so happy to have you here with me. And today I'm going to be continuing with the series that I started in the last video, where I actually introduced the different ways in which souls learn. If you haven't checked out the video, make sure you check it out. I'm going to be leaving a link to that at the end of this video. In this video, I'm going to be sharing the reason why we go through and experiences that we go through in life, especially the painful ones, and what kind of mindset, what kind of belief system do we need to tap into to be able to better handle those situations. So I'm going to be sharing that in this video. So to start us off, I've realized that with the clients that I've worked with, and also with doing the reading for myself, that a lot of the experiences that we're currently having in this lifetime have absolutely nothing to do with this current lifetime. That a lot of it is actually connected to a certain lifetime. It could be 10 lifetimes, 5 lifetimes, 8 lifetimes ago. It varies from client to client. Whatever choices that you made in that lifetime, that you actually continued repeating in that lifetime until the end of your incarnation, you've been repeating over and over again in all those lifetimes until now. You're still repeating the same experiences right now because your soul just wants to tap out of the negative choices you made in the past, because everything kind of like has to come into balance. So the reason for certain experiences that you might have right now, again, not tied to anything you're doing currently, it's tied to a past life. But how do you resolve that for yourself, right? Because this is a question that some people normally ask me. It's that once you sit by yourself and you start looking at all the painful experiences that you've had in your life and start determining, what lesson did I learn from all these experiences? What lesson did I learn from that particular person who hurt me in such a horrible, horrible manner? Because the sooner you tap into the lessons, the sooner, actually, the easier it is for you to move on now to the next part of your journey, because you cannot graduate this class if you haven't learned all the lessons in this class. It's kind of like what normally happens in the education system, whereby like a child cannot go to the next grade if they haven't exactly learned everything that they needed to learn in this grade, right? Think of it like taking a 5-year-old to a college level class and assuming that this person doesn't have the kind of genius level capacity that some kids are blessed with, right? What would happen to that child if you take them through that to a college level class? They'll be lost, right? So basically what your soul is doing right now is getting you to learn your lessons quickly so that now you can tap on into the next part of your journey. But for most people, because I don't know, maybe we're too stubborn, I don't know what normally happens, maybe we're too integrated with our ego, we don't learn our lessons quickly enough. So what the universe does is, or what your soul, your higher self does, is that it will keep on sending people and situations to help teach you, right? Because maybe when you encounter it in a different soul, the same experience in a different soul, maybe that might spark something inside of you, and that will keep on happening over and over and over and over again until the day you actually learn your lesson. And you'll find that the day you learn your lesson, it's like that part of your journey is over and now it's on to the next. That's actually happened to me. Like when I did my reading, my own work for myself, I actually realized that a lot of the people that I was attracting into my life were actually trying to teach me a lesson to learn how to deal with rejection. Because I never, in a previous lifetime, I got, let me say, abandoned or rejected in such a horrible manner. And it actually caused me to do so many negative, or make so many negative choices in that lifetime. And in this lifetime, I kept on attracting people who had that energetic quality underlined to the experience that I had with them, where like I was getting rejected over and over and over, and each and every time I will not handle it in a good way. It wasn't until just a couple of years ago, where I was like, not years ago, like a couple of months ago, where it finally happened. Like a really bad situation happened, where when it happened, it kind of like just sparked something inside and was like, oh, so when the rejection happens, it actually has nothing to do with me. It's just how it's supposed to be. Like I kind of like resolved it in my own way. I'm not gonna get into that. But once I realized that lesson, that was it. I stopped attracting the people to teach me that lesson. But it took me so many lifetimes and so many experiences in this current experience I'm having right now for me to finally learn that lesson. And this is my message for you. Again, it doesn't have to get so painful. The sooner you learn your lesson, the sooner now you'll stop attracting all these people into your experiences that are really not supporting your higher self. But if you're stubborn, if you're not listening, what happens is that it will only get louder and more painful for you. And of course, if you're here and you're watching this, I hope that is not what you want for yourself. So that's basically it. What I want, the message I'd want to give to you, if maybe that's the experience that you're having currently right now, it's number one, sit down again. Look back through your life, all the painful experiences you've had, maybe abandonment issues from your parents, maybe your parents didn't treat you the way they were supposed to treat you, maybe you had that difficult childhood with your teachers, with your siblings and all that. Maybe you've had difficult moments with some of your friends you've received, you've gotten betrayed over and over again, like you name it. Look through all those situations and I want you to sit down and identify what lesson was this person trying to teach me. Just sit down and listen, because you realize that for some people, if at all you've actually outgrown that lesson, you'll realize that you've actually become way better compared to who you were in the past. So the reason that that person had to hurt you in that very painful manner was to help you grow, either to help you find your own strength, to help you find your own resilience, to help you find your own voice, your own courage to speak out for yourself. And maybe without going through that situation, you will never have been able to tap into that lesson for yourself. So if you look through your life history, you'll identify all those moments, regardless of how painful they were, they actually taught you something. If at all you learned your lessons, that is, and they helped you become a better person. Okay, and I know how easy it is to fall into the victim kind of mindset, whereby you've gone through so much pain, and it's very easy to sit down and start hating on these people who've actually hurt you and fall into the mindset of it's all happening to me. Why me, God? Why is this happening to me? You know, I've been there myself, so I'm not judging you for that, but I think it's just a normal human reaction whereby it's like, I feel so powerless. I feel so, victimized by this situation. I feel like God doesn't care about me. And so when we get into that mindset where it's like it's all happening to me, no one loves me and all that, then we forget to learn the lessons that we need to learn in that moment. And when we tap into that victim kind of mindset, guess what will happen? Like the vibration you're sending out to the universe, you'll keep on attracting those situations and those people who will just further be reinforcing this victimhood you had for yourself. So you do actually have the power to get yourself out of it if you so choose it. The power is inside of you. You just have to say, yes, I'm ready to tap out, and you'll watch the magic happen for you. So again, look back through your life, identify the lessons that you needed to learn. And if you're currently facing any difficult moment, like currently when you're watching this video, just sit down with yourself, connect to your soul guidance, connect to your higher guidance, or just ask, what is this situation trying to teach me? And just listen for whatever comes through for you. And whatever it is, take whatever action steps you need to take to learn that lesson. If it means that you need to walk away from a certain person, from a certain situation that no longer serves you, then do that. Don't wait for things to get worse for you to actually take action. Learn your lesson quickly enough, and you'll find that these people will stop being attracted to your vibration, because you'll now be graduated into a new level. You won't be attracting things that you're facing when you're in grade 5, when you're in grade 8. Like, it's not possible. You'll have elevated yourself. So if you want to stop attracting this situation, learn your lesson quickly. And I'm going to share an encounter I had quite recently. Not a big encounter, right? So I'm in the supermarket. I'm going to pay for, I had like 2 items, right? I'm just holding them in my hand, and I joined a line which I thought I was actually the next person in line, right? So this person, they get their goods passed through the machine and all that, and the total is on the screen. And then some system error or something, they couldn't pick up the details of their card. It happened, and I was literally next in line with my 2 items. So in my head, I'm thinking, should I go to another line? Should I? Because I will look at the other lines and I was seeing like there are already people there. I didn't want to have to change where I was, like, because I was next in line. So I just sat there. I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna be patient and wait for this. But I waited and I waited and I waited and I waited and I waited until it got to a point I was like, okay, this is too much. Now I started getting angry because like this person are taking these people are taking so much of my time. Like, why am I waiting? Why is like I was starting to feel the anger build up inside of me. Not the anger, more like the impatience build up inside of me. So I'm looking around and I'm thinking, you know how you normally like sigh so heavily, like, oh, you know, like this guys are taking so long, and I'm trying to voice it out through my action, like, what is wrong with you people? Like, fix this so that I can go where I need to go. That's the mindset I was in. And the cashier is looking at me, also feeling sorry for me, but also feeling helpless because it's a system issue. So I'm looking at this, I'm judging the system, I'm judging the cashier, I'm judging the people who are holding the line, you know, when they're fixing whatever was wrong with their card. I'm judging all of them. I'm like, you guys are keeping me here longer than I wanted to be here. Until something inside of me just sparked in me. I was like, what am I rushing to? Like, where am I rushing off to? Okay, because honestly, it's not like I had anything big I had to do like after the supermarket endeavor, right? I didn't have anything big to go do, but something inside of me was telling me like, these guys are making me stay here and I don't want to be here, you know. I was in that mindset. But then when I asked myself like, where do I need to rush off to? Okay, it kind of like now made me switch, and then I sat down and I'm looking now at this situation now from a different lens of, what is the universe trying to teach me here? Maybe it's to learn how to be patient in situations that are literally out of my control, and to send love and blessings and light to everyone who might actually make me tap into that vibration of impatience. And I sat there, I was like, oh, this is a life lesson moment here. So I took a deep breath, you know, I released it, and I was like, you know what? I just started sending love and blessings to the couple that was in front of me who was holding up the line, to the cashier, and to whoever was trying to fix the system. Like, I just sent them love. Okay, I tapped out of that impatience mindset I was in. And just as soon as I did that, I kid you not, one of the cashiers was like, you know what, you've waited in line for so long. I had actually, after doing the blessing thing, I was like, you know what, I'm going to leave them to their, whatever they're doing. I'm going to go to another line and just queue however long it was. And one of the cashiers seeing this actually came and got me out of the line and took me to their counter, which was actually had been closed at that time, and rang out my items for me. So I didn't end up waiting an extra amount of time by queuing again. But you see how fast I actually changed that situation, that the minute I stopped and asked myself, like, what is the universe trying to tell me right now? Like, what lesson do I need to learn? As soon as I did that, then the magic happened. It was kind of like, okay, fine, you've learned your lesson. Let's get you out of that. And mind you, I had queued in there for, I think, over 5 minutes, just waiting for this queue to open up. It was crazy. And that's the lesson I want to leave you with, right? Again, the sooner you tap into your lesson, the sooner you actually tap out of those experiences, those people, and this vibration that are currently putting you in that painful experience. So please remember that. I hope you resonate with this. Comment down below and just let me know if you actually agree with me. What are your experiences with this? Like, have you gone through any situation that you've actually been able to identify the lesson and you just watch the situation transform for you magically? If you've gone through that, do share down below. You never know, you might actually inspire someone who might be going through that situation currently. Okay, and if you do like the kind of content I do share out, make sure that you subscribe to my channel and also click on the notification bell so that you don't miss out on any content I share out here. So today I'm gonna leave you again. I always end my videos by sharing how I can actually help you reconnect with your soul, to awaken your intuition, to remember the reason and the purpose as to why your soul came here. What lessons is your soul here to resolve from your past life? So I do that again. I do work with 2 modalities. One of them is with the Akashic records. It's called soul realignment. And basically, a soul realignment reading entails this. The number one, you get to discover who God created your soul to be. Like, what gifts did God give you? Your particular soul, because each of us is individually gifted in our own and most beautiful and unique way. So if you're curious about what your particular soul gifts are, you can check out the soul realignment reading. If you want to discover where your soul is originally from, because here's the thing, not all souls that are here currently on earth are originally from Earth. Some of us incarnated in other star systems before now choosing to come to continue a human experience in this lifetime, in this planet. So if you want to know where your soul is originally from, you can check out the soul realignment reading. The third thing is that you get to discover where you currently are vibrationally, right? Because everyone talks about raising the vibration and all. So if you want to know which dimension actually you're getting your guidance from, where your higher self is actually situated in your entire, we call it the oversoul of the soul, the 10 dimension, right? Like, where is your higher self located in this entire spectrum? If you're curious about that, you can get that with the soul realignment reading. And the fourth thing is that, again, you get to identify your particular soul story. You get to go back to that particular lifetime that you started making the negative choices, that you're still repeating in this current experience, that you're still attracting the same experiences into your life, because that is what is in your blueprint. So if you want to know what choices you made in that past and that you're currently repeating that, you can again discover that with the soul realignment reading. And at the end of the reading, you actually get to clear it on an energetic level, on an Akashic level. You get to clear all of these experiences, all of this karma from your blueprint, and now really awaken who you were supposed to be, really get access to the entire range of your soul gifts. So if you're curious about that, check out the soul realignment reading down below. The second modality I do work with is called quantum flow, which is an amazing method that incorporates the use of breathwork, sound, and movement to help you biohack your nervous system. Here's the thing, your body memory system is actually located in your nervous system. So any trauma, any painful experiences that you've had in your life, any negative emotions that you've gone through in your life, they're basically recorded in your nervous system, and they're recorded in form of, we call them crystals that are formed inside of your nervous system. And what these crystals do is that they block the energy flow in your energy centers, in your chakras within your system. So what happens if the energy is blocked? Of course, you find that different facets of your life are affected. Your health, your emotional well-being, your physical, like all facets are affected just based on those blocked chakras. And with quantum flow, you can get to release all this stuck energy, get to break these crystals down and get the energy flowing again inside of your body. And by doing that, you are actually now more in tune with your soul guidance, more able to awaken your intuition, awaken your inner genius, and actually get to release all these stories that have been holding you back from your past. All those experiences that have been recorded in your system, once you break them down, you no longer get to be a slave to that. You now get to create the kind of reality that you want for yourself. You get to tap into higher states of emotional well-being, physical well-being, spiritual well-being, like name everything. Like quantum flow can actually help with that. So if you're curious about that, check out the quantum flow link down below, and I do hope I'm gonna see you on the other side. If you have more questions on this, reach out to me on Facebook or Instagram, DM me. I'm always happy to answer any questions you might have for me. For now, I'm sending you so much love, and I do hope I will see you on the next video. Bye for now.